Chapter 8. The spark of truth the bunker's concrete walls seemed to close and as Grandpa Jax leaned against a crate, his .308 rifle prop nearby, its barrel still warm from last night's fight. The morning of August 15th, 2025, brought no peace to the Jax homestead, only the bitter taste of victory too costly. Carter's gang had retreated, bloody by traps and gunfire, but their map, dropped into chaos, lay on the steel table like a venomous snake. Marked with holding pens and auction site, it confirmed Ellie's whisper warning. Carter wasn't just a raider. He was a slaver, and their 100-acre haven was his next target. At 75, Grandpa's bones ached from decades of war and work. But his mind was sharp, forged in Vietnam's tunnels where hesitation meant death. He'd built this bunker, 40 feet underground, stocked with food, water, and ammo, because he knew the world could break. Last night proved him right, but the cost gnawed at him. The homestead's fields were scorched, barricades dented, and Ellie, the girl they'd saved, was a fragile thread to a larger fight. Jenny knelt by Ellie's cot, adjusting a poultice of yarrow and calendula, her botanist's hand steady, but her face drawn. Grandma Jax checked Ellie's pulse, her nurse's calm a beacon in the bunker's hum. Jimmy stood over the map, his crossbow slung across his back, the red bandana with its skull mark clenched in his fist. The boy was stepping up, but Grandpa saw the fire in his eyes, rage, not strategy. That could get them killed. Ellie stirred, a soft moan breaking the silence. Her eyes fluttered open, blue and haunted, her bruised face tightening as she registered the bunker. Where? She rasped, her voice barely audible. Jenny leaned in, her voice gentle. You're safe. I'm Jenny. This is our home. You're hurt, but we're taking care of you. Can you tell us your name? Ellie, she whispered, confirming Grandma's guess. Ellie, Carter's man. They. Grandma handed her a cup of water, supporting her head. Slow, Ellie. You're with friends. Tell us what you can. Grandpa stepped closer, his journal open in his hands, his Vietnam instincts screaming to listen. Ellie's words could be the key to Carter's plans, or a trap. He'd seen men broken by war-spilled secrets, but he'd also seen lies cost lives. Ellie sipped, wincing. Carter's got a camp. In Chillicothe, warehouses by the river. They're holding people, girls, mostly, selling them. To gangs up north. I escaped, but they caught me. Left me to die. Jimmy's fist tightened on the bandana. How many? How strong is he? Ellie's eyes darted, fear flickering. 20 men, maybe more. Rifles, trucks. They've got a generator, shielded from. Whatever happened, Carter's building an army. He wants your place, your food, your bunker. Said it's perfect for his business. Grandpa's got twisted. Trafficking was bad enough, but Carter's ambition was worse. The homestead's field, stream, and bunker weren't just a refuge. They were a fortress for a slaver's empire. He glanced at the map, its markings now a blueprint of evil. Jenny's voice was soft but firm. Why our homestead, Ellie? Why not another farm? Ellie coughed, her breath ragged. Your land. It's hidden, defensible. Carter said you've got power, water, everything he needs to control the region. He knows your preppers. Grandpa's jaw clenched. Tom Harper, that damn neighbor, or someone else had talked. 30 years of secrecy, undone by a loose tongue. How'd he find out? He asked, his voice low. Ellie shook her head. Didn't say. Just, he's coming back. Soon. Jimmy slammed the bandana on the table. Then we hit him first. Chillicothe, the warehouses. We free those girls, cripple his operation. Grandpa snorted, his journal snapping shut. You're thinking with your heart. Boy, not your head. Carter's got numbers, guns, a stronghold. We got 4 fighters and a beat-up homestead. You charge in, you're dead. Jenny stood, her eyes blazing. We can't do nothing, Grandpa. Ellie's proof there's more at stake than just us. If we disrupt Carter, even a little, we save lives and weaken him. Grandma set the water cup down, her nurse's poise hiding her steel. Both sides have merit. We can't ignore Carter, but we can't abandon the homestead. Ellie's information changes things. We need a plan, not a brawl. Grandpa studied his family, their faces lit by the bunker's harsh light. Jimmy's anger, Jenny's compassion, Grandma's reason. They were his strength, but also his weakness. He crawled through tunnels, killed men in the dark, to come home to this land. Losing it wasn't an option, but neither was letting Carter's evil fester. All right, he said, his voice gravelly. We don't attack Chillicothe, not yet, but we scout deeper, hit his supply lines, maybe free a few captives. Small moves, surgical. We fortify the homestead harder, more traps, barricades, maybe decoys. Ellie know his camp. When you're stronger, you draw us a map. Ellie nodded weakly, her eyes grateful but heavy. I'll try. Jimmy's shoulders eased, though his fire didn't fade. What about now? Carter's coming back. Ellie said so. Before Grandpa could answer, the walkie-talkie crackled. Grandma grabbed it, her voice sharp. Go ahead. Over. A neighbor's voice, Martha, from a farm 2 miles west, came through, shaky but urgent. Mrs. Jacks, it's Martha. Carter's men hit us an hour ago. Took my son, burned our barn. They're heading your way. Maybe 10 men. With that truck. Please help us. Over. Grandma's face tightened, but she kept her tone steady. Martha, lock down what you've got. We'll handle Carter. Stay safe. Over. Jenny's hand went to her knife. 10 men coming now? After last night? Grandpa grabbed his rifle, his journal tucked away. They're testing us again, seeing if we're weak. We use the homestead's edge, traps, terrain, our know-how. Jimmy, Jenny, east fence with me. Grandma, stay with Ellie, guard the bunker. Jimmy slung his crossbow, his eyes hard. We end this tonight. No, Grandpa said, his voice like iron. We survive tonight. Ending Carter comes later. They climbed to the surface, the hatch ceiling Grandma and Ellie below. The homestead's fields were scarred from last night's fight, but the barricades held, and the stream's turbine hummed, a faint pulse of defiance. The moon was hidden by clouds, the night a cloak for both defender and attacker. Jimmy and Jenny took position behind the east barricade, where Grandpa's traps, pits, snares, tripwires waited in the woods. Grandpa crouched, his rifle scope scanning the road. The truck's rumble grew louder, its headlights cutting through the dark. A single vehicle this time, no van, but the bed held 8 men, their red bandanas stark. Carter wasn't among them, but a tall man with a buzz-cut led, a rifle in hand. Smaller group, Jimmy whispered, his crossbow ready. We can take M. Grandpa shook his head. They're bait or a probe. Carter's learning us. Let the traps do the work first. The truck stopped 50 yards out, the buzz-cut man shouting orders. 6 men dismounted, spreading into the woods, rifles up. The trap struck fast, a scream as a man fell into a pit. Another caught in a snare, his rifle clattering. The buzz-cut man cursed, firing into the trees, but Grandpa held his shot, waiting. Jenny's flashlight flicked on, blinding a man who'd reached the fence. Jimmy fired, his bolt hitting the man's leg, dropping him. Grandpa's rifle cracked, wounding another, but the buzz-cut man rallied his team, retreating to the truck. Fall back, he shouted. We've got enough. The truck roared away, leaving 2 men dead in the traps and 1 limping behind, abandoned. Jimmy started to pursue, but Grandpa grabbed his arm. Let him go. They're running scared, and we got a prisoner. They approached the wounded man, his red bandana soaked with sweat, his leg bleeding from Jimmy's bolt. He was young, barely 20, his eyes wide with fear. Don't kill me, he begged. I didn't want this. Carter forced me. Grandpa knelt, his rifle still aimed. Talk, kid. Where's Carter? What's he planning? The man swallowed, glancing at the homestead. He's in Chillicothe, the big warehouse. Planning a big push, more men, more trucks. Want your bunker by week's end. Says it's the key to owning Ohio. Jimmy's blood ran cold. And the girls? The trafficking. The man's face crumpled. It's true. They're merchandise. Carter's got buyers coming, big gangs from Cleveland. Your place is a staging ground. Jenny's knife gleamed, her voice low. You're part of this? I had no choice, the man cried. He'd kill me, my sister. Grandpa cut him off. You're coming with us. You talk, you live. Lie and you're fertilizer. They dragged the prisoner to the bunker, his hands bound. Ellie was awake, sitting up, her eyes locking on the bandana. That's them, she whispered, fear and fury mixing. That's Carter's mark. Grandpa set his rifle down, his journal open to a new page. Enemy's plan. We've got a map, a prisoner, and Ellie's word, he said. Carter's coming hard, and we've got days, not weeks. We fortify, we plan, and we hit him where it hurts, before he takes everything. As Jenny tended the prisoner's wound, Jimmy stared at the map, Ellie's gaze burning beside him. The homestead still had held, but Carter's shadow was growing. A distant rumble, another engine, faint but real, echoed from the road. The truth was out, and the war was on.